Hospital.
Have you been there? Have you seen that?
Look, and there was a playground.
Have you seen that?
It's like saying, have you seen Israel?
Have you been
It's
there?
in the old.
كن سعيدا كن فريدا عش بفخر في الحياة لا تبالي فالمعالي بالتحدي لا سواه كن سعيدا كن فريدا.
Frankly, to this day, unsurpassed.
And you know, there are still the
most of the violence and oppression that happened in that period happened under communism. But then we're not taught about the communism. We're told that the Nazis are bad. So we're not taught.
We know about what happened under Stalin. Those are also equally atrocious. We're not saying one is better than the other.
But there was worse.
Yes, Stalin.
There was worse under Pol Pot. There's worse done under Suharto in Indonesia. There's a lot of bad things in the world. What you're doing is saying, no, this is not as bad. I'm saying all of it's bad.
Yeah.
It is bad.
That's where
it is bad. But then how are we? We're taught that Hitler was the worst, but Stalin. No.
But that's not.
There's
But what you're saying
no confusion in my heart. If I had to choose between Hitler and Stalin and a gun, I take the gun and shoot myself. It's pretty simple.
And you know what our problem is? Our problem isn't that you're saying, it's not about whether Hitler was bad or not bad. You're the one saying that this didn't happen, the Holocaust didn't happen, and that's simply not true.
What do you think
Just
about all the documents?
Go to the camps, you'll see all the hair of the Jews, you'll see so many bad things.
Do you know why they shaved the hair?
Why?
Because there was a lice epidemic, and they didn't want the Jews. They didn't want the.
Please just listen to yourself.
They didn't. No, they didn't want the Jews getting typhus.
What about all the families? What about all the families who lost members, who are telling the stories, or neighbors who witnessed
they get paid money.
People who witnessed how their own neighbors were taken away and never reappeared.
Remember Irene's this black? She shit out diamonds out. She shit out 8 diamonds for 1.5 years, and she got thrown over a fence onto a moving train apparently.
Okay, wait a minute. What about the marks on the wall from all the fingernails that were scratching the walls because they were trying to get out? Like, what about? Have you ever been to Auschwitz?
No,
I've seen videos. Basically like a school.
Have you seen the swimming pool?
Huh?
Have you seen the swimming pool? And the football pitch, there was a swimming pool there, football pitch, there was a theatre, there was a brothel, there was a hospital.
Have you been there? Have you seen that?
Look, and there was a playground.
Have you seen that?
It's like saying, have you seen Israel?
Have you been there?
It's in the old
Have you been there?
The point is they make you look like it's something happened.
You know what you're doing right now is the same that Jews are always doing with Palestine, like saying there's nothing happeing over there.
Yeah,
see, they have hospitals,
just
they have everything.
That's what they do.
It's what he just said. Zionists.
That's what the Zionists do.
The Zionists saying that there are football pitches, there's a hospital, they're having fun, see, they're eating outside, they're smoking shisha, so what?
So
that doesn't mean that it never happened.
Exactly.
Oh no, and there's plenty of stories of Jews saying they had how they were treated nicely, how the German guards treated them nicely, but
the Germans treated Jewish people nicely.
At the camps, but then those stories get left out.
Do you have any proofs?
Yeah, if you go into the Shoah Foundation, which is Steven Spielberg's foundation, there are good stories. There are good stories about how Jews were treated.
What about the survivors who tell about their experience over there? They're lying, all of them.
The thing with an eyewitness is it has to be cross-examined with evidence. So when
there are videos.
Have you heard of Eric Hunt?
Sorry?
Have you heard of Eric Hunt? He was a researcher into Majdanek. You know Majdanek. There was a camp called Majdanek. Yeah. Majendak. Yeah. There was a camp called. What they said was they were gassed by carbon monoxide. So Eric Hunt went to the canister, and it says carbon dioxide in the canister. Yeah.
So they were gassed?
No, they weren't gassed. There was no gas.
So what are you doing with those
Oh my God! Of course they were gassed. There were gas chambers.
Yeah,
you just have to go to the camps and you'll see that. Do you think that they just put everything after it happened?
Look, there were gas chambers to kill lice.
To kill lice. Gas chambers to kill lice.
There was a typhus epidemic.
You just heard that they shaved off their heads?
Yeah, to get rid of the lice because there was a typhus.
Oh my god.
I've never heard.
Look, they gas the clothes, yeah? You know, because when you gas people with Zyklon B, it leaves behind a blue trace. Those blue traces are only in the places where they gas clothes because they were small compartments. But the big rooms, they have no traces. This research was done by Fred Leuchter, doctor here. He was an
French?
No, Fred Leuchter. He's an American execution equipment designer. He went to Poland. He took scrapings off the walls, then he did chemical analysis.
Okay,
he didn't find any gas in those walls.
I just have a question.
And then the Polish government did the same, and they were like, "Oh, there's no gas in the walls." You're right.
So look, I have a question.
Okay,
there
are 6 scientists who say it never happened, and then there are hundreds who say yes, it did.
They're all
because
brainwashed.
The question, the question you should be asking is why lie?
No, wait a minute. I have a question. Like all the documentations that show like hundreds and thousands of dead people lying. Where do they come from?
I'm implying that it's a lie. Yeah.
Yeah. Where do they come from?
So the next question should be why lie? Why do the lie? Yeah.
Yeah, in order to defend Israel and
Just,
exactly.
One more thing. Just have you ever listened to Hitler's speeches?
Yeah.
Because we did. We have listened to them in German, and they are horrible.
In German.
Oh my God, it's horrible what he's actually saying.
It sounds like Netanyahu, isn't it?
Sorry?
No.
It sounds like
exactly.
Netanyahu.
Exactly.
He's not as bad. He's not as bad as Netanyahu.
You know,
he says things like the Jews are the ones dividing people up and turning them against each other. We want
and
German.
You think that's okay?
We want Germany for Germans because the
You think that's okay?
Germany good, yeah, yeah. See?
You think that's good? Because we were talking about Islam, right? And we just said nationalism is haram. So he was actually saying that the Germans should be the should have the power and
they're better than everyone.
They're better than everyone.
Actually, he changed when he met Muslims, he changed his mind.
They should reign the world.
When he met Muslims, he changed his mind about that. Hitler.
When he met Muslims.
Yeah, because what happened was he found Muslims were more disciplined and more honourable than Christians, than anyone else. Yeah.
It's actually
so what happened was, he had a racist supremacist in the beginning, yeah. But then later on, when he realised it wasn't good for making friends, then he started changing his policy towards the end. He died. Yeah. Look. You don't want to believe me that Hitler wasn't a Muslim, yeah?
Hitler wasn't a Muslim.
He was.
No.
He was no Muslim.
He believed in
Now
God,
they say
yeah?
Hitler's a Muslim.
No.
Where did people come from, bro?
I didn't mean to say that, yeah? What I meant to say was he wished.
Hitler admirer.
What I meant to say was he wished that the Germans were Muslims, not Christians.
He did have an SS.
You know, you're actually saying the same thing like Netanyahu, who said that actually the Palestinians.
Stop defending Netanyahu.
No, I mean Netanyahu was the one saying that Hitler was friends with the Palestinian mullah, and he was the one who actually gave him the idea of killing all Jews.
Netanyahu is the one who thinks Muslims are radicals and terrorists. He's the one who.
I shouldn't compare Hitler to Netanyahu because Hitler is better than Netanyahu. Is that what you're saying?
Hitler had respect for Muslims because he did.
Wow. But the only reason Hitler was better was Hitler would kill them immediately. Whereas Netanyahu is just starving people to death.
Hitler killed disabled people.
He said
he killed the disabled.
Okay, if he did, that was bad. Yeah.
Oh my God, okay, that was bad, but still, he's a good person.
I'm trying to say
because he defended Muslims.
I'm trying to say he's misunderstood. Yeah, he's lied about what basically history's lied about because the war was declared on Germany, and then when the victors write their history books, they were looking for someone to blame because there was no justifiable reason for the war. You know how I asked you how Saddam he changed the currency, yeah, from dollars to euros. To gold, he wanted to change.
Sorry, again?
What happened was, you know the German technology and the labor. What happened was, he devalued the sterling to the point where, if someone threw sterling at someone, they dodged out the way because the sterling wasn't worth anything, and so they declared war on Hitler because they basically done better labor, they made better technology.
Currency economics. That's what he's talking about. But the thing was that he created the new currency, the Wehrmacht, anyway.
The Reichsmark. It was based on German labor. It wasn't based on you. He kicked out the usury bankers. You know what usury is?
Yes,
interest. He kicked out the bankers. You know, so
he had good ideas.
His
bad ideas.
His currency, his bank.
You know,
it was an Islamic
you know, the
style
Germans
bank.
say that he was a genius, but he was an evil genius.
No,
So, you know,
the evil genius are the Netanyahus, the Stalins.
Okay, listen.
So you're saying that Hitler is better than
he wasn't
Netanyahu
evil.
just because
He wasn't as evil as they make him out to be. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, he
Look,
is.
just
No.
listen. Yes, listen. So you're just defending him the whole time just to say that Israel isn't a legitimate country, right? You're saying that this is the reason they lied, and so you're saying that Israel isn't really a legitimate country?
Even
so because
it was
the Holocaust didn't happen.
so the Holocaust was to change the perception of the Jew, so that basically people
so
think
that
they're
they can have
innocent,
their own land
and then they
and stuff,
cannot
you
be
know?
criticized. So every time anyone tries to criticize the Jewish, they go,
But
oh,
just
anti-Semitic, because it's an emotional response
But it doesn't
to
mean that
the
it
Holocaust,
didn't
which is
happen.
taught to you in school. But they don't.
But it
look,
doesn't mean that it
the
didn't
problem
happen.
is
How many people
okay,
in London? How many people in London think that Israel isn't a legitimate state?
Let's say
Exactly. No one denies the Holocaust.
How many people
I'm
in
saying
London
is-
support the Palestinian claim?
I'm saying is-
I think I've
Yeah.
I think I haven't
What I'm
even
saying
seen
is-
demonstrations as big
Look, what I'm saying
in
is-
Arabic countries.
Okay, let's say it did happen. Okay, 6 million Jews died, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, the
Now, how
Muslims
many-
in Britain care more about Palestinians than the Arabs do
Yeah.
back in Arab
Yeah,
countries.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Not only the Muslims, even like the
Yes,
British,
even the British,
not
even
Muslims.
even
Not
the white,
Muslims.
even the white British,
Yes.
yeah?
All the Khalij countries.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, here's the thing. Let's say it did happen, yeah? Okay, 6 million Jews died. Now, in this world, like even in America, there's more memorials to this event than any other event.
It does
mean
deny it
something.
happening.
No, it means that they're disproportionately putting emphasis.
That's
when they
true.
put emphasis,
Yeah,
so
it's
there's
true.
so many Holocaust foundations,
Yeah.
so
Is
many
there
this,
memorials for the
where
black
the
people?
memorial, where the memorials for the
Yes, that's
all the
true.
communist atrocities. What about all the stuff that was done to
Yeah,
Germany?
that's right, but it
Okay,
doesn't mean
that's
that it
true.
didn't happen.
Exactly. It doesn't mean that it didn't happen, but this
Look,
is
just because the
how-
way
No,
we
but what
react
they
to
do-
it is like not
No.
that right, it doesn't
What
mean
they
that
do
it
is,
didn't happen.
what
Doesn't
they
mean
do
that we
is
just...
they overemphasize, and not only that, but it hides the Jewish crimes because the Jewish are the ones who met in communism.
Okay, let's
the
just
Jews
say
are the ones
Jews.
the
let's
Jews
just
killed
say that
60 million.
Communism is against every religion, even against Judaism.
Look,
Under
let's just say-
Communism
there
is
wouldn't
atheistic.
exactly.
Here's
It's
what-
atheistic,
okay,
even
here's,
Let's just
okay,
say
that's
that
what they
Jews
don't
did some
understand.
bad things. It
That's not what they
doesn't mean that you
understand.
should kill
Yeah.
them.
They're not, I'm not talking about religious Jews. I'm talking about Zionist, atheist Jews.
then say Zionist.
Yeah,
Zionist.
but they're the
You don't,
ones
no, you
communists.
don't have to be Jew to be Zionist. You don't have to be a
Exactly.
Yes.
Zionist.
Zionists.
Exactly.
Communists.
Actually, Zionism was invented by Theodor Herzl,
Hurtful, yeah.
He was
But
an
the point
atheist.
is, they hold
Exactly.
secret meetings and then they make excuses like the Holocaust. Even people don't know about the Balfour Declaration. They don't know about the secret meetings. So the stealing of Israel was planned like 100 years before it was actually stolen, and then so
Oh,
that's
yeah,
why.
it was engineered.
Yeah. It was
It was
all,
engineered.
you know, by the
Yeah,
Rothschild.
but it doesn't-
So they wanted to steal Israel, and then that's why I'm saying they needed a justification. They needed a way of basically appearing innocent.
But
Yeah.
that doesn't.
But
So-
the Holocaust isn't their only argument. They also say that God promised them this land and stuff.
Yeah.
So by denying the Holocaust, it doesn't mean that okay, so now I'm right and Israel is a
here's the
legitimate
problem, you see.
state. Look, it's not a
It's the
legitimate
only,
state.
it's the
it
only,
doesn't matter
look,
on
it's
what
the only
foundation
event
it
in
bases.
history. It's the only event in history protected by law. Yeah. The problem is
Protected by
it's
the law.
protected by law. So a lot of Germans who are finding out that it didn't happen, they're getting locked up.
Yeah. In
Yeah.
some countries, you
Okay,
get locked
in
up.
Germany,
So why-
you're not allowed
if it
to
was-
deny the Holocaust.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Basically, what I'm saying is, if it was true, then it should hold up to scrutiny. It should be able to test it and verify it. But then they
But
don't let you do that.
that's the
They
thing,
lock you
it
up.
was.
So why?
No,
Okay,
it's
wait,
just,
wait.
it's just.
Why?
It's a questionable event that can't be questioned.
Why the heck?
So, but we as Muslims should question everything, shouldn't we?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
look, why would Germany?
Things should make logical sense.
Yeah, but why
Yeah.
would Germany?
So is that why you're
admit
here? Like
to
you're trying
something
to
that
show
bad?
us that there is an alternative story.
Yeah, so remember what you said about Auschwitz, yeah?
Wait a minute. Why would Germany admit to something that would actually cause it more trouble if it were
Exactly.
Jews? Why would Germany?
You know
Because
how many?
you know how many?
You know how many
it
reparations
destroyed
they
the-
No,
have?
I don't think 6
You
million.
know, you know how much
Yes,
they
okay,
have
like,
to
before
pay
we-
Israel
okay,
every year.
before we get to that, yeah? Before we get to that,
Maybe
before
the
we-
number varies.
before we get to that, yeah? You know, in
1 million.
Maybe, yeah, Yeah, maybe it's not the same, but he's saying that it didn't happen.
It did happen.
No, look, before we get
Are
to
you
that,
saying it didn't happen at all?
what I'm saying is there was no program to exterminate the Jewish people. There was no program.
What about the whole
No, but
train?
I was agreeing with you all this time. But you
No, there
guys
was no.
say much.
What I'm saying is there was.
And that's the
They
point.
were, they were taken to labor.
Are you saying the Jews weren't killed at all?
They died.
But how many?
They died,
No,
but
they
weren't
died.
killed.
Yeah, but they did.
Oh my
They died natural death.
Well,
You know,
there was a typhus
So
epidemic going on because there was a war going on, and because there was also a war going on.
So it was only the Jews
You've
who
just
were.
lost all
No,
validity by saying
Look,
that.
Yeah, and that's what
I was agreeing with you all
we
this
were.
time, but-
you know the Red Cross, when they inspected the camps, they didn't find any more than 300,000 people that were killed
That
in the
could be
camps.
true.
Yeah.
Maybe it
Yeah,
was.
And
maybe
it's
the
an
number
it's
is
unofficial,
very
it's an official
300,000
record.
is a lot
Yeah,
of people, bro.
But the problem is
Don't look at it as
the problem.
just
Okay,
like numbers.
you know,
Human beings.
I'm from Pakistan. Well, born here, but I'm Pakistan. Yeah. There's a reason
No,
why
I heard
actually.
like some of the exterminating camps, they had swimming pools and
Yeah,
all of
exactly.
that stuff.
Yeah.
So if
So
they
why
were
would they?
taken
They
to kill
weren't.
them,
They
why
weren't
would they have
extermination
these
camps. Yeah, yeah.
social
Why,
activities?
exactly. They were labor camps. Yeah. They were actually treated very nicely there.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. But they needed to make
You know,
it look
if
like
you say,
something.
I think you can get arrested for what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But why would I get? Yeah.